Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Before anybody decides to freak out on me, yeah, that noise in the background is my air conditioner, alright? So yeah, air conditioning, summertime, you get the jazz music. Anyway, I'm also thinking about getting a hold of an item that would definitely, cancel out that background noise and would offer more opportunity for my voice to rise and shine. Alright, enough shenanigans, let's get right on going. Okay, now, remember when I said that I have been keeping tabs of events that end up happening when I was working on videos, especially videos for the waifu event and videos leading up to now in the month of September? And judging from all the past events that happening, it's like the goalpost is getting moved up to like, oh yeah, the violence, it's moving up, it moved up to jokes, it moved up to the violence. It's like you can't chop people's hands off from left and right, but then you could have this one game where you can, come out with an axe and then just run it through somebody's skull. Or you can shoot somebody's limbs off and they can cry in agonizing pain. You can basically pummel someone to death. You can absolutely shoot a pregnant lady, or you can watch a totally ripped couple do fun things with each other on a boat. Yeah, it is what it is. Double standards, am I right? But anyway, grievances aside, and in a nutshell, the cases of excessive censorship were pretty much accelerating far worse than I pretty much anticipated. Like, the goalpost is being moved up, like I just said. Because here's the thing, okay? Games that are rated more for older audiences become more subject to scrutinous eyes. And yes, there's games that focus entirely on fun and entertainment and being a form of entertainment, being for fun, being for someone to come home to play, to wind down from a long, hard day. That also becomes subject to scrutinous eyes. And if you're that and a game that's rated for older audiences, oh yeah, 2 times the scrutinous eyes. And there's also people going after games like Cuphead and Elden Ring for being difficult. Because here's the thing, these people going after games, they're like, hey, we can't have these games rated for older audiences. Hey, we can't have these games be way too fun. We can't have these games be more of a challenge. And it's not just the cases of excessive censorship. There's the situation where you see, like, oh yeah, corporations want more money, or corporations and investors want more money. If they even want a game rushed out for holiday season clout, they will pretty much write up on a dev's ass, and yeah, that game gets rushed out, and oh yeah, holiday season clout, oh yeah, but then the game comes out a complete fucking disaster. So yeah, these games end up like launching a disaster, unfinished. It is what it is. But then also you have situations where, okay, it's a game that costs $70. It has a $30 season pass. So why are there microtransactions that you see in a free-to-play game, especially a gacha game? Seems kind of goofy, but it is what it is. And also, oh boy, remember when I say video game preservation is a big damn deal? Yeah, video game preservation is a big damn deal. Yeah, it really sucks to find out that you're not going to be able to download those 3DS games that you purchased on the eShop again. Yikes. Oh, you want to play your PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games? Oh, by the way, we have our PlayStation Plus separated in tiers, so if you end up paying more money towards your PlayStation Plus subscription, you might be able to play PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet with them. Oh, if you want to play PlayStation 3 games, you're going to have to stream them through the cloud. Yeah, you're cloud gaming for PlayStation 3 games. Oh yes, and I did hear about the reports about how people's PlayStation 1 classics on their PS3 got fucking kill-switched. Go fish! Now, Xbox's backwards compatibility, oh hey, it has backwards compatibility, it had that stuff. Oh yeah, there's games that range from Xbox Classic to Xbox 360 to Xbox One that you could play on your Xbox One and Xbox Series. Yeah, you could play Dead or Alive 4 and Dead or Alive Ultimate now. That's great, and Dead or Alive 3 now. Crazy. Oh yeah, well what about Armored Core? Oh, right. It wasn't included in that last batch of games being added to the backwards compatibility lineup. Okay, I don't understand the technical stuff, but I can definitely understand the legal complications. Yeah, the copyright complications when it comes to that. Oh yeah, there was that Always Online DRM debacle where there was the Xbox Live outage and people were never able to play their Xbox games at all for some reason, as if they were needing internet. So yeah, games are being subject to meddling not only from, like, corporate figures, but also moral/political figures meddling with stuff. And there you have the anti-consumer stuff and, oh, the anti-video game preservation stuff going down. And there's also the cases of excessive censorship from left or right. And it's leaving us with no choice but to completely either go to the gacha games, because they're pretty much less of a risk. We don't have to spend money. We can just download them. It doesn't cost too much in memory on our mobile phones. Or we could play it on our browser, in the case of like Queen's Blade Unlimited Limit Break. Because games today are just, they require way more than funds. They require research and investigation. They end up requiring time to install, get set up, get updated, and this and that. And yeah, they cost money. And they cost hours and hours and hours, depending on your internet speed, to get all the amounts of gigabytes required for storage. And you're having to get the storage stuff figured out from left to right. It is what it is. So it's either the gacha games or going the retro gaming route. And the retro gaming route is way tougher than ever, especially the stuff that has been going on alongside the stuff that I just mentioned. However, if you really want my honest opinion here, I have a bad feeling that we're going to be seeing people go after retro gaming. Because here's the thing, when it comes to retro gaming, you can go back to a timeline where we had more variety, where we just buy the game and just load it up, and there would be no paywalls, there would be no day one patches and all that kind of stuff, and we would just pick up a controller and then go to town, and we had more of that variety from left and right. And here's why I think people will go on a warpath against retro gaming. Here's the thing. Okay, now, from a corporate side, okay, corporations, investors, they want more money, so they want to get people into the modern games so they can just milk wallets from left and right. Okay, but also, on the other hand, the moral/political/ whatever that is, the ones that, especially the ones that are behind the excessive amounts of censorship going on from left and right, here's the thing. There are games that released on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, that if it came out now, it would not be able to happen because of the strict international content policy. Okay? Now, there's games that would not definitely satisfy the requirements for Sony's strict international content policy, and people still have access to those games when they go the retro gaming route. So, and the retro gaming pretty much gives people the opportunity to pretty much get a hold of games like Dead or Alive Extreme 2 or Manhunt 2. Because here's the thing, alright, creative freedom is a big damn deal, and creative freedom was the biggest reason why we got more of that variety back in the good old days, man. Like, we have the wild Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 9, that came back out of, after a hiatus for that franchise. There's Mortal Kombat Deception, but also, if you're not into that bloody violence, there's also, cute girls from left to right, cute, wonderful, or sexy girls with the wonderful anime titties, especially. Okay, you have Rumble Roses, Dead or Alive Extreme 2, Dream Club, where you're basically visiting a hostess bar. I don't know why. No, that franchise has yet to get translated to fucking English. Yeah, remaster and translate. Get on that, D3 publisher. I would love to play a game where you visit a hostess bar. Okay, so you have the Marios and all that kind of stuff, to the unique puzzle games like Cleopatra Fortune and Blockout, to the Mortal Kombat ripoff games, the Samurai Showdown 5 Special, the King of Fighters, Soul Calibur 2, you want the more mature rated ones, okay, let me think of something, I already talked about Mortal Kombat. Oh yes, the Suffering ties that was a wild, spooky, scary game. Alright, there's... Oh yeah, House of the Dead 2, 3, 4... Yeah. Oh, you don't want violence? Okay, we'll go for... Okay, there's the JRPGs, even the fan service heavy JRPG games. Like, seriously, we had that variety back in the good old days, and with creative freedom being put in a much more severe chokehold than ever, we're going to lose that variety, and we're beginning to lose that variety thanks to the excessive amounts of censorship that we're seeing. And as we're seeing the cases of excessive censorship, we're also seeing more greedy, predatory monetization practices. We're also seeing more games get rushed out. We're also seeing video game preservation attempted numerous times to be put out of commission. Like, with all this going haywire, like, it's gonna be much more of a pain in the butt for me to find games of 2022 that would definitely make the top 5 of 2022. Hell, we may not be able to see a top 5 of 2022. And also, it's been much more of a pain in the butt to make waifu-related content, especially waifus of gaming. Finding attractive female characters has been way more difficult than ever, of course. But I'm not going to make this about me and my channel. The point here is, with all this stuff going down from left and right, the gaming industry may not be around for much long. Before 2020, before the last decade ended, I was saying something about how we're more likely to enter into another video game depression pretty soon. Now, this was before 2020. The gaming industry was going downhill. We were still dealing with it. It was something that was going on even before the events of 2020. And it really didn't help when we had the events of 2020 happen. I know there's the stock-related shenanigans, how it's tough to find a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series, or find computer parts for your next gaming PC build. I mean, you know what, actually? Windows 11, it kind of feels like they've been cracking down on, like, custom builds, and I'm not the only person thinking this. I found that there's a couple of articles saying something about that, and it's that idea with the whole TPM chip, this, you're needing a Microsoft account, and this and that. I mean, hell, those TPM chips that you just attach to the motherboard or whatever the hell it goes, like, Windows 10 never required any of that jazz music. Yeah, it was almost as if these TPM chips were just, there was no need for them, and now we're needing them now, and finding these chips are tougher than ever. Kind of weird. But I also seem to notice when I go ahead and check out the official website for Windows 11, I seem to be looking into, oh yeah, laptops. Oh, look at all the laptops. Then I head on over, oh, shop PCs that include Windows 11, and then out of all the stuff, oh, laptops. Not a single fucking desktop PC. Kind of weird. But then there's finding a GPU. Good luck trying to find a GPU because, you know, stock shortages on top of the demand for, thanks to cryptocurrency stuff. Okay, yeah, there's the stock shortages, but there's the other stuff that I just mentioned that has been pretty much kicking in and going wild and going to town on games from left and right, going to town on gaming scenes from left and right, even before the events of 2020. And with all this kind of stuff escalating the way it is, like, it was already escalating before 2020, and really, to be honest with you here, if the worst ends up happening to gaming entirely, oh well, we had a good run. But will the Gamer Man's Lounge stay the Gamer Man's Lounge? Absolutely. We'll still stick with gaming content. I mean, come on, if something happens to gaming, there will be an aftermarket for video games. There will be an aftermath scene for video games. People will still play video games. I will still play video games from left to right, even when the industry goes out. Alright, I'll just, like, the YouTube channel, the Gamerman's Lounge, TikTok, whatever, we're gonna focus on the gaming. There will be gaming stuff. Okay? If the channel ends up serving as like a time capsule of all the good times we had when it came to gaming, okay. Especially the Gamerman's Archival. I mean, I'm stuck doing video games alongside my YouTube videos because it's the only thing that I'm more able to do because, well, let's just say, due to unforeseen circumstances, your daily activities, especially in the comfort of your own home, indoor, outdoor, are going to be pretty much heavily limited. Here's the thing. Due to escalated tensions, moral, political, etc., which is also why we're seeing cases of excessive censorship happen to our forms of entertainment, especially our games. But the escalated tensions are also why we're going to be seeing people more tensed up than ever, more pent up, more ready to snap. Like, we're probably going to be seeing an uptick of the Karens, Kevins, and etc. Hell, even the grocery shopping environment may be more tough to wander in, because it's going to be more like you're wandering around eggshells, okay? Here's the thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, now, I did try, somebody did beg me, and yes, I did do it. I did try to basically go ahead and shop in the store, but I came up with some... Because here's the thing, when I do my grocery shopping, I make sure I'm in nobody's way, okay? If somebody's coming up from behind me, I do what I can to stay out the goddamn way. If there's someone occupying a shelf, I'm not gonna go, I'm just gonna go move on to another aisle, and then come back later. If not, oh well, there's nothing I can do. Because here's the thing, if I were to basically, okay, ride along or Uber myself somewhere or whatever means of transportation, if I were to go in and do my shopping, that's too much, okay? Because that's one more person to worry about having around, okay? I think it's for the better if I were to be one less person having around. And to people that are like, okay, I prepared up ahead, saved up enough gas money to do this grocery run, I don't know what to tell you, but, it could be into a situation where you're not going to be able to have the ability to get the groceries you want to get. You're still having to stay out of everybody's way, and you're having to go through all that, like what I've been doing. But however, I've been deciding, hey, I'm going to go ahead and just go through another means of doing my grocery shopping. Just go find another way for me to do my grocery shopping. But then let's say you get a hold of the groceries you want, especially the groceries you want to go ahead, you want to make yourself that wonderful little shrimp burrito, that Cajun shrimp burrito that showed up on TikTok. Okay, are you going to be able to have the time to prepare the meal and get stuff? But however, due to the unforeseen circumstances, which is way more likely to happen, I don't want to get into any detail on what unforeseen circumstances has been happening. I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't want it to have happened to anybody else, so nope, not going to say anything. But when something comes up, you're not going to be able to make that burrito, or you're not going to be able to use the stove or that range, or you're only stuck with like cooking something in the microwave or ordering something from Grubhub or from the drive-thru coming home from the grocery run. You know, actually, when you're trying to get something from Grubhub or whatever. Because here's the thing. Okay, yeah, you got the money, but you also need the ability to do that. And we're losing the ability to do such things. Just like when it comes to other activities, especially the summertime and summertime activities. But thanks to the scrutiny that pretty much kicks in, and your abilities are being limited for summer vacation, like, there used to be a timeline where I used to go and spray myself with a spray bottle filled with ice-cold water just to keep me cooled off throughout the summer. I don't do that anymore because reasons. I used to do a lot of cooking, even outside of cooking videos, but I don't do that anymore because, you know, reasons. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it. So here we are, back on me, back on the videos, back on the games, but us, back on the video games, especially the gacha games. And if you do other things besides video games, okay, there's the movies, there's the anime, there's the manga, there's the comics, okay, there's the stuff that we do when we sit in front of a screen, and that's the only thing we're stuck doing. Good luck trying to do anything else because unforeseen circumstances. Oh hey, look at all those wonderful food talk cooking videos that show up on my For You page. Oh man, that looks nice. I might make it. If I'm able to make it. I have to realize I have to be able to make it. Otherwise, I may have to find a restaurant to order off of for delivery. Go fish. Oh well, here we go. Just, I guess, back to my video gaming. Anyway, that is all I gotta say, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out. This is nothing but a video product made by a fellow gamer man. Ayo!